My name is Welking. On this video, I'm gonna show you how to use the Power Pro 3. I just got it a little over 3 months ago. I haven't used it much, so I'm not gonna know much about it, but I'll show you what I know. Here's the case it came with. I got the Power Pro 3 that came with some accessory. Came with a CD. This is about 20 feet, I believe. This is 20 feet too. So if you need 40 feet, you could connect these two together. And now you got about 40 feet. I'm not gonna need, it's too long, I don't need 40 feet, so I'm gonna put this away. I haven't used this, but it looks like this is for the car's cigarette lighter for your car. I guess you put it into the cigarette lighter to get power to the Power Pro. I have not used this. So to get the power to the Power Pro from the car's battery, you'll use these two clamps. And this is the probe. You connect the probe to the Power Pro. These are to pierce wire, these two right here. And there's some accessory down here. But I'll go over this later. I'm gonna zip tie these wire because they're too long. I don't want it draggy on the floor, getting all dirty. To turn on the Power Pro, I'm gonna connect the red to the positive post of the battery, the black to the negative post of the battery. There's two lights here. And when the Power Pro turn on, it'll be in Power Pro mode. If I touch the probe to the positive post of the battery, I should get a reading here of the voltage, and the positive sign here should light up red. I'm getting 12.7 volts. And if I touch the probe to the negative post of the battery, I should get a 0.0 reading here, and the negative here should light green. If you don't want to hear those two sounds, if you don't want to hear it, you could push this button and release it real fast. I'll do it right now. Right now it's lighting green, but there's no sound, no tone. And then it's 12.7. The positive sign here is lighted red, but there's no sound. It's still in Power Pro mode, but there's nothing on the LCD. I'll push the button real quick and release it. You see that speaker there? It looked like a speaker, whatever symbol that is. And once that symbol is showing up, if you touch it, there'll be a tone. Here's a better look at that symbol on the bottom right corner. See this button here? There's a negative back toward me, negative sign, and forward there's a positive sign on both up here. If I push the button backward, I'll be giving ground to the tip of the probe. And if I push the button forward, I'll be giving power to the tip of the probe. When I push the button forward, looks like I'll be getting 12.7 volt to the tip of the probe. I'm gonna use the Power Probe 3 to check for continuity. I don't want to pierce any of the wires on this car, so I'm gonna use this wire as an example. I put the wire here. One end is here, the other end is here. So let's say if this wire was on the car and I wanted to know whether there's a break between this area, then I would check for continuity. And to use the power probe to check for continuity, I'll use this clamp here. This clamp is part of the power probe. It's on this wire. I'm gonna clamp the end of the wire here, and I'll touch the other end of the wire with the power probe. If it light up, if there's a 0.0 and this negative light green, then there's continuity. And this is how you test for continuity. I'm gonna cut the wire, this wire, for proof that if the wire is cut, there's not gonna be continuity. There's still continuity, and I'm gonna cut the wire here. There should not be any more continuity. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna activate a component outside of the car. I'm gonna use the power probe to turn on this light bulb. Here's a close-up look at the light bulb. I'm gonna give on one side of the light bulb, I'm gonna give it ground. The other side, I'll give it power, and the light bulb should light up. And just so you know, the Power Pro 3, it's still in Power Pro mode. There's different mode I could put this into, but I'll go over the different mode later. I'm gonna clamp one side of the light bulb. This should go on the negative side of the component, but since this is a light bulb, then it shouldn't matter which side it go on. And then the Power Pro tip, this should go on the power side of the component, but like I already mentioned, it's a light bulb, so it shouldn't matter. Right now it's showing I got continuity. This time I'm gonna give it power. I'm gonna give it power by pushing this button forward. Power. I'll give it power again. So this is how you activate a component with the Power Pro 3. And if you're messing with light bulb on cars, you want to be careful. These could get very hot and it could burn your hand. Next, I'm gonna activate a component that's on the car or inside the car. I'm looking at this and I think I'm gonna try to activate the left headlight of the car. This is the fuse box. And there's a planogram here. So this is probably the fuse for the left headlight. And this fuse here, it should be this fuse here. So if I touch the power probe to this fuse and give it power, then this light should come on. I'll do that right now. I don't need to ground this to anything. I don't need to use this clamp because there should already be ground on this light here. It should already have ground. I'm just gonna give it power and it should light up. I'm gonna give it power. Power. The light came on. Turn off power. Turn on power. I just noticed something. When I give power to the 15 amp fuse, both the headlights are coming on. So it looks like those two These two headlights are connected to that 15 amp fuse. This was the fuse I was working on. Down here, it's another 15 amp fuse. It says RH and then LO. This fuse is this fuse. And when I give power to this fuse, the light turn on. I'm gonna give it power again. It turned off for both sides of the headlight. So there's at least two fuses here for the two headlight. I'm gonna go over all the mode by pushing the mode button. Right now it's on Power Pro mode. I'm gonna push the mode button. Release. Right now it's on negative peak to peak mode. There's a negative sign there. Push it again. Release. Right now it's on positive peak to peak mode. There's a positive sign there. Push the mode button again. Release. Right now it's on peak to peak mode. There's a P there. I'll push the mode button again. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is the peak to peak threshold setting mode. I think this is the mode that's in. Push the mode button again. It's back to Power Pro mode. I'm gonna go over these two piercing probe. These two work the same. One is just bigger than the other. Looks like the green is the smaller one. The way this thing works, this is like a screw. And then you put the wire here at the tip of the probe. This is actually not a probe, it's you pierce wire. Put the wire here. And then I'm gonna turn this. It's piercing the wire now. So the way this works is, let's say if this wire was on the car and I wanted to check whether there's power to it, I could pierce it and then I could put the power probe on it and then I could check whether there's power or not. Or if I want to give it power, then I could do this too. You want to keep in mind, by doing this, you're gonna have a hole on the wire. So it might be a good idea to use electric tape to wrap it up. Looks like it didn't pierce through on the wire. This is where it pierced. It didn't even pierce. I guess this is too small. I need to use the yellow one. I'll use the yellow one. This one's bigger. I think the wire was too big for the green one. And then I'm gonna release it. So for the yellow one, it pierced through. you could see the copper on wire inside. But for the green one, the green was too small and then it didn't pierce through because the wire didn't fit properly at the tip, so it didn't pierce. There's 3 wires here. It looks like these are all the same. They all look the same, just different length. This one looks like it's the longest, the second longest, and this is the shortest. It came with this. This is a clamp. I think the way this works is you put it in here. You put this in here. And you put the other end. This is where the clamp is. You put the other end to the power probe. Gonna turn on the power probe. So if you want to leave it on, you could clamp it. I'm gonna clamp this to the positive post of the battery. So with that clamp, you could leave it on wherever you're testing. And then I'll put this on the negative post of the battery. Or if you don't want to use the clamp, you could take it off. Take off the clamp and put the power probe at the tip. So with this, you could probe around. This will be useful if you want to test something and you don't have room to put the power probe in. For example, if you want to test something under the car and you don't have room because this is too big, you could use the tip here and because this is smaller, so you could go into more tight space if you want to go somewhere under the car or something. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the circuit breaker reset. It's on the side here. It's right here. I have not had to use it, but for your information, there is a circuit breaker reset here. There's more to the Power Probe 3 than what I went over. The Power Probe 3 is a multi-function tool, so I'm not going to be able to go over everything. And it's new to me. I recently got it, so I'm still learning about it. So thank you for watching.